Deep breath. It'll be alright, I'm sure. It feels like a Nick and Kerry adventure.
Yeah.
Welcome to the first day of our adventures.
We are the Elmo family. We watched other people explore the world and have adventures, and we knew that that's what we wanted to do too. So we did. Here's our story. Subscribe for inspiration and escapism.
The first day of the new chapter of our life.
We've left uncommonly warm, sunny weather in the UK to come to Croatia for some rain because we missed the English weather, so we had to come find some.
Always bring the weather with you.
Yeah.
We'll just go and make the most of it and do it in best Elmo style.
Yeah. And we came prepared, and we'll put together a video of like preparing for different weather when you're packing light. Where are we going?
Oh, I have no idea. Hopefully to find somewhere really nice for food, because I don't think we've eaten a proper meal for
Since we've been here.
at least like 40 hours, and that isn't me, doesn't suit me, does it?
No.
Wasn't it good on me?
First adventure, first proper meal.
Oh.
And we found, just from our apartment, which is down there, we found a path, which, little trade secret I found last night when I was trying to find a shop to get some food.
When you're out hunting.
Well, yeah, hunting, gathering. And this should take us all the way into town.
Our first week of travel. I honestly thought I'd be posting this kind of really inspirational, just get there and do it kind of video, but actually this week has just been really tough. You have these expectations and you build up this travel. We've been talking about it for years, so then you get away and you think it's gonna be a certain way, and I'm like, let's fit all this in. And actually we arrived and we still got a lot of messages to send about the house and trying to sort out some other things with business and school and things like that. The weather was just awful when we got here, and everyone's like sending me pictures they're out in the shorts. And classically, as we come away and you first get away, we're both feeling a bit under the weather, and it wasn't the week we were expecting it to be. Reflecting back on it, I'm like, actually it probably was exactly what it was supposed to be, but it wasn't what I would have wanted it to be. Croatia as a country is absolutely lovely, and the people have been really friendly. Every single part we've seen is stunning. Really great value for money kind of place to be. Like food and drinks are still really good. You can still get a good coffee with an amazing view for like £1, which is just not something you can get in the UK anymore. And there's this real sense of relaxation, and people are really caring and they want to know our story. That feels really good. The children, you can tell that they're just really appreciative being around, and people have gone out of their way to do some extra really nice things. There was just a bit of me that was, I don't know, feeling sad, missing home, and thinking that now that we were doing this, that the content I was going to create was going to have to be epic. So sorry, it's not epic, but it will be honest. It's been mostly beaches, exploring, walks. Everything has been closed everywhere we've been. I think we found one restaurant that was open last week.
We're finding we've come so early in the season that nothing's open at the moment. And there are some advantages because everywhere's really quiet, you get the beaches to yourself, accommodation's really cheap, but stopping on any of the beach cafes is not an option. We are going to head over to the shop just across the road, and we're going to go and grab a snack or something to have on the beach anyway.
So we have been for quite a few swims in the sea, and I suppose with everywhere, like I am with food, the food is really good value for money. I am mostly vegan. We are all slightly intolerant to dairy, and I am celiac. Feeding all of us is kind of tricky. We have made the most of it and managed to go to the shops and buy some stuff, but there was a few days where I was just really hungry, which I just don't do well when I'm hungry. Monday morning.
rush hour school run.
I guess until now it's felt a bit like we've been on holiday. You know, we landed in a plane, we got to a place, we tried to explore the area, and it's been Easter holiday for most people, all the kids at school. Today is the first day where all the kids have gone back to school and we're settling into our routine. So what did we start the day with?
We did a workout, then we did a quick relay run each down to the beach, and it is stunning down there this morning. Like, the sea is flat and the sun is shining, and the water is just so crystal clear. I felt really privileged and lucky to be doing what we're doing today.
Yep, I think me and Kerry have struggled to kind of stay in. Fitness is a massive thing for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a big part of like our early relationship and like how doing big adventures and things. And it's very hard with the kids. And I think when we were doing school runs and stuff, like, you're just in such a rush in the morning, and by the time you get back you gotta get into work, and at the moment it's still not even 9 o'clock, and we've got up, we've had a really nice breakfast, we're having coffee in the sun, and we've both been for a little run. I went for a little dip in the sea because why not?
Because why not?
Yeah.
I'm going to go later. I've promised the children I'd take them in the water, so I'm going to go with them later. But yeah, I guess part of what we wanted to do, we live into our values about like not being in the same place and exploring the world and seeing new things. But another one of those massive parts of those values, like Nick said, is about keeping fit. So we're hoping to do the whole package.
That's it. I think this week's all been about like just figuring out how we're going to do it. I think we already knew how to go on holiday, and I'm going to be doing a bit of work today. Kay's going to be doing a bit of education, and then hopefully later you can do a bit of editing, see how it goes, I guess.
So a few useful things if you are thinking about coming to Croatia is that we found before we even came we had to order kunas, and they didn't actually have very many in any of the shops we went to, so we came slightly short on cash. When we've got here we found like taking out money and things and using our cards is obviously costing us. If you're coming for a holiday, I'd say remember to bring some cash before you come. Everywhere does accept cash still. Some of the more remote places might be worth hiring a car. We done it without a car, and I do wonder if that made me feel slightly more trapped, but I guess to know a smaller area quite well, and because we've got time it doesn't really matter, but if you're coming for a shorter period of time a car might be handy. Although, having said that, the taxi drivers have been really good and very knowledgeable about the area. Accommodation, I'll make a whole separate video on accommodation, where we're staying throughout our trips, because we've got a whole range of accommodations. Language, pretty much everyone we've spoken to speaks a bit of English, and everyone else has been really keen to teach us Croatian as well, and I suppose we're really keen to learn as well. That's been well received. They absolutely love it when the children are like, Dobar dan, vola! Even though Nick and I maybe struggled a bit for our first week, the children actually settled in super well, and they're just incredibly resilient. We tried a bit of home ed. Obviously we're learning as we go, there's just so much to pick up and learn. I'm learning with them, which is amazing. Charlie still really likes the idea of sitting down and doing writing and reading, and so we've been doing some of that as well, which I've really enjoyed. But again, I think there was a lot of pressure on having to home ed in a certain way, letting go of the hours not being exactly the same as a school day and things. But I feel like all of these things will come, and I'm really excited to share them as they come, so I can look back on this bit of it and be like, oh, it was all right. Finishing on a positive, my favourite thing about being here so far is the clear crystal waters, which are absolutely beautiful, and that is topped off by these just huge mountains all around the waters. So I cannot wait to get onto the other side by the mountains, looking back on where we've been, but that will be in a few weeks' time. For now, we have moved to a new location, and I will share a bit more about what we've been up to this week and more settling into the pace of life, the travelling kind of lifestyle. If you haven't already, then subscribe to our channel. We would really like to grow this channel as we travel and inspire other people that are thinking about travelling, or just to help people who want to go to certain destinations, maybe give you a few hints and tips along the way. See you soon. I will check in next week. Comment below, let us know if you've been to Croatia and some of your favourite places that you've been to. Bye!